am on the epic quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we're trying kimchi ramen. This is from the brand Bowlful, and I found it at my local dollar store. So there's a seasoning packet, vegetables, which is some peas, carrots, and peppers, and then a seasoned oil. You add boiling water and let it sit for a few minutes, and it is time to enjoy. So these were slightly sour, salty, but it was so spicy I couldn't have more than one bite. I don't think I'd get them again. I am on the epic quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we're trying mie sedap's curry flavored noodles. Now this is a very popular brand in Indonesia, and I'm super excited to give it a try. So all the seasoning goes into a bowl along with the freshly boiled water and our cooked noodles. These fried onions go on top, and let me tell you, it did no justice. They were very gross, but the noodles were chewy, the broth was super rich and earthy, kind of a bit garlicky and salty. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I am on the daring quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we're trying Mr. Noodle Pho. This is the hot beef sriracha flavored. So for our seasoning, we have some pho powder, which smells very anise, and then we have our dried vegetables, some hoisin sauce for sweetness, and of course we cannot forget the sriracha. So after it cooked for a few minutes, I'm gonna be honest, I was a little disappointed. I know pho was meant to be a light, airy broth, but this had like no flavor at all, and I really wish it was rice noodles. I'm on the daring mission to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we're trying hot and spicy fire rock volcanic Mongolian beef. So first we add our dried vegetables, and they're actual pieces of hot peppers that are dehydrated. Add the seasoning, add the hot water, let it sit for a few minutes, and then you have to add all of the fire sauce. It was more of a fire oil, and it coated every single noodle in this super peppery, spicy, face-numbing sauce. There were little pieces of beef that were juicy, but I couldn't eat more than a couple bites because it was too spicy. I am on the daring mission to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we're trying yakisoba's cheddar cheese flavored noodles. I'm super excited. So these are more like a fettuccine. They're a little bit thicker and a little bit wider, and after the hot water is added and it's all cooked up, we're going to add the cheddar cheese flavor. So imagine if goldfish made an instant noodle. That is what these tasted like. A little bit stale, not quite salty. It wasn't bad, but it would be super good if it was spicy. I'm on the epic quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and I'm super excited because today we're trying Merchant's wonton ramen noodle soup. So first we have our vegetables. There's some corn, cabbage, carrots, peas. Add the hot water, let it cook for 3 minutes, and then you have this hot and spicy chicken seasoning. So the noodles themselves are quite thin. I'm not gonna lie, the wontons fell apart, but what was there kind of tasted like a rice noodle. It wasn't too spicy. It was more of like a lime chili spicy. I quite enjoyed these. I'm on the epic quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we're going to be trying Hot One's garlic chili ramen noodle soup, and this is with the brand Asha, and I'm super excited because I generally love their noodles. So first, for the dried vegetables, there's some green onions and some carrots, and then you add in the sauce, which right away it smells super vinegary. So this only cooks for a few minutes, and these noodles are so perfect. They're chewy and they perfectly soaked up some of that spicy chili broth, but I really liked it because it wasn't overly spicy. There was a really good garlic flavor. I really like these. I am on the epic quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we're trying this pho. It is tom yum flavor, and these are from Vietnam. I was surprised because there's only one package in here. It's just seasoning. After opening up and adding it, I started sneezing. It smells like this is going to be spicy. So you just microwave it for 3 minutes with the water, and it was very like citrus forward. There's a really spicy, salty. The noodles were smushy, but that was my own fault for over microwaving it. Thanks for watching. I'm on the epic quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we're trying pancit canton from the brand Lucky Me. Now these are chow mein style noodles, and I'm super excited. And the first thing we're going to do is add our spice into a bowl along with some oil, and then of course the soy sauce. So you add only the noodles, no broth, into our bowl, and we're gonna give it a really good stir. I loved how bright and citrusy these noodles were, and it was a little bit sweet salty, but there was a nice spicy kick from the chili. I really enjoyed these. I am on the epic quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we are trying Oolongmin seafood flavored ramen. Opening it up, it smelled so fishy. I was a little nervous to try this, but I went ahead and added my packet of flavoring, the water. You can see there's little like shrimp floating, lots of seaweed in this. After 3 minutes of cooking, it was the perfect chewy consistency. It wasn't too salty, and surprisingly, it wasn't that fishy of a flavor. I actually enjoyed these a lot. I am on the epic quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we're trying Maruchan's all-new chili cheese flavor instant noodles, so I'm super excited. So these noodles are a little bit flatter and wider. It's more of a fettuccine style, and they cook on their own for a few minutes before adding the spice packet, and as soon as I opened up, the smell of cumin just filled the air. I was pleasantly surprised by how cheesy they were. There was a little bit of a spicy kick, and it kind of reminded me of Hormel chili, but somehow it needed more salt to bring out the flavors, considering it was like 60% of my daily sodium intake. I am on the epic quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we're trying Neoguri's spicy seafood ramen thanks to a very generous subscriber. Now, I've never tried udon noodles, so I'm super excited. So first, we're gonna add our soup base, which is made of some seafood ingredients like cuttlefish and mussel for a deep umami flavor. And then obviously we have our dried vegetables, so I added some hot water, cooked it in the microwave for a few minutes, and these noodles were so thick and chewy. It was so satisfying to eat, and it was like a bold, spicy, rich seafood broth, but it wasn't too spicy. I really enjoyed the kick. It was so delicious. I am on the epic quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we're trying Oriental style chicken noodles from the brand Mama, and these are from Thailand. So you have your seasoning, you have your oil. Let me just tell you, these noodles were the best. They were chewy, springy. The broth was somehow rich and succulent, and I loved all the zesty spices. I am on the epic quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we're going to be trying chow mein teriyaki chicken flavor noodles. First of all, we're going to add some water and cook this for only 3 minutes in the microwave, and then once that's done, the water is soaked into all the noodles, and they're perfectly cooked, and then we have the sauce packet, which is salty, it's sweet, it's a little bit smoky from the chicken flavor, and the sauce just coats every single noodle perfectly, and there's these veggies in here, carrots and bok choy, that are perfectly tender crisp. This was so delicious. I am on the epic quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we are trying kimchi ramen from the brand Nongshin. So what makes it special is there's actual kimchi in this, not just some sort of flavor. And the spices, there's garlic, ginger, red chili pepper, but not too much that it is too spicy to eat. And there was a little bit of like a beef flavor in it. These were so delicious. I am on the epic quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we're trying the brand Sapporo Ichiban's chow mein noodles. Now these are Japan style, and I'm super excited. So first we cook the noodles until almost all the water is gone, and then we add in our sauce packages, give it another stir, and then you add in seaweed flakes on top. So let me tell you, this was perfectly sweet and salty. The sauce is made out of Worcester, tomato, and soy sauce, and it creates like this very rich and complex tasting noodles, and I loved it. I'm on the daring quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we're trying Bulldog Carbonara Spicy Chicken Ramen. Now while the noodles are cooking, we're going to add our cheese powder to the bowl, which smells very strongly of like a garlic and onion seasoning, and then we have the Bulldog sauce, which according to the Scoville heat unit, it's as spicy as jalapenos. A little bit of the hot water goes back into the bowl, and we give it a really good mix. I was surprised by how spicy this was. My mouth was numb, my throat was itchy, my ears were itchy, my eyes were watery, but it was an addicting spice because it was so creamy and cheesy. The noodles were so thick like fettuccine. I actually really enjoyed it. I'm on the epic quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and y'all been wanting me to try Shin Black Ramen, so here we are today. After we take off the lid, there are two pouches inside. First is the soup base, which smells quite spicy, and then we have the beef bone broth soup base. When you add the water, the smell of garlic and beef just fills the air. I can tell these were going to be good before I even cooked it. So the noodles are perfectly chewy. They're big pieces of green onion and mushrooms. It was a little bit spicy, but not overwhelmingly. Like the beef broth was so rich and it was so garlicky and delicious. I am on the quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we're trying the infamous Maggi 2-minute noodles. Now this is my first time trying Indian style noodles, and I'm super excited. So the instructions said to break it into 4 pieces and add it to 200 mils of boiling water along with the spice packet. After the 2 minutes, most of the water was dissolved. I'm not sure if this is how it's meant to be, but let me tell you, these were so delicious, filled with coriander and cumin and all the spices. I loved it. I am on the epic quest to find the best instant noodles in the entire world, and today we're trying Indomie Goreng barbecue chicken flavor. Now I've tried the original and it was so good, so I'm super excited to try these ones. We have 5 things to add: seasoned oil, seasoned powder, soy sauce, chili sauce, and then crispy fried onions. And let me tell you, these were slightly spicy but sweet and smoky. The noodles were perfectly chewy, and I love the crispy onions. It was so good.